Alright, alright. Today is Monday, September 7th, 2020. Let's get it started. Alright, family. Welcome to another edition of Melanie Got Me News on this Labor Day. Alright. Hope you enjoyed your 3-day weekend. This is a look toward what's coming up. Alright, in the weeks in the work week ahead. Alright, as you know, the Dow futures, the stock markets were closed here in the U.S., but overseas they were open. So right now, let's get into it. The Dow futures are up 260 points. The S&P futures are up 21.75 points. The Nasdaq futures are up 12.75 points. All right. We get into some oil here. Okay, the oil is down. Pay in mind, as I do this recording, it is 8:10 p.m. All right, 8:10 p.m. on September 9th, 2020. All right, so the oil, so this may change by the time in the morning. We do the morning broadcast before I go to work. All right, so oil is just changed down again, down negative 58 cents. The Brent oil is up 8 cents. The Nasdaq natural gas is down negative 0.0 by 4 cents, getting close to. It's down negative 0.047. Getting ready close to be. Let's round it up to about 5 cents. Okay, if you want to round up. All right. The RBOB gas is down 1 cent, negative 0.0129. All right, and the ULSDHO is down 2 cents. Okay, all right. So we get into some Asian market. The European markets, they're open as we speak right now. The DAX is up 257.62 points. The FTSE is up 138.32 points. The CAC 88.67 points. The FTSE MIB, the FTSE MIB is up 346.76 points, and the StockX 600 is up 6.04 points. All right. Get into some Asian markets. The Asian markets are closed, but they're going to be opening up soon. Later on, while we're asleep. Okay, the Nikkei is right now is at 23,089.95. The Shanghai is at 3292.59. The HSI is up 24,589.65. The ASX 200 is at 5,944.80, and the Kospi is up 2384.22. All right. Excuse me. That's the Asian markets. All right. We're getting to some We'll get into some bonds here. 10-year bond is down about negative 0.005. The 10-year Bund is up about less than a penny at about plus 0.001. The Japanese 10-year unchanged at about 37%. 0.037%. The UK 10-year is negative less than a point. Okay, less than a penny. So about 0.249%. Okay, and the franc 10-year is up about less than a point, less than a penny, about 0.004. All right. So we got into that. So let's get into some precious metals. We're gonna go to Kitco.com for this one. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that one. This market look comes from CNBC.com. Okay, CNBC.com. That gave us the markets look ahead. All right. The Kitco.com. That is the precious metal site. We're gonna get the gold spot price. They're asking for gold right now at about 19,028.50. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I've been getting the house together all day long. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. And the bid for the gold is $1,928.50. Okay. All right. The silver is at $26.79 an ounce. Palladium $906 an ounce. Sorry, that was platinum, $906 an ounce. Palladium is at $2,188 an ounce, and rhodium is at $10,600 an ounce. Okay. All right. So let's get into some news here. And this one comes from ZeroHedge.com. World food prices rise for the third consecutive month in August. All right. Sometimes you may not remember. We say you don't get the numbers in that month. You may have to wait another month. Okay. Sorry, wait. I do apologize for that. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. As global central banks continue to flood the system with money, insisting inflation is non-existent, such as the Federal Reserve last week announced a new approach to inflation would let it run over the 2% target. Food price inflation is rising this summer, according to a new report via the United Nations Food Agency. All right. Food and Agriculture Organizations, the FAO of the United Nations, said world food prices rose for the third consecutive month in August. By increasing coarse grains, vegetable oil, and sugar. All right. The FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations Food Price Index, which tracks food prices, monthly averaged 96.1 in August versus 94.3 in July. The index dropped from January through April due to the virus-related recessions, bottoming in May and reversing through the summer. Okay. All right. As grains and vegetable oil and sugar prices are on the rise, the good news for consumers is that dairy and meats were unchanged. Readers may recall beef prices exploded in the U.S. due to the pandemic as meat plant closures led to supply chain chaos. All right. A rise in food prices this summer is a reminder that inflation in a post-pandemic world is real, and what's worse is that it's disproportionately hammering poor households. All right, now family, I do apologize for this one, but in this story here, I've been reading and I've been noticing that they've already said a post-pandemic. All right. So they already know in these articles that I say it's a pandemic, but that's another story. But this is a post-pandemic. If you go back and look at the archives and some of the other videos, some of these stories have been saying a post-pandemic. Like they already know that this is already over and this is just gone and done with already. We can get over it and kick rocks with it already. All right. So there's something very weird we need to look at and realize how do they know throughout the summer when they were talking about this, the peak is going to be next week. Then it dropped. Then it's going to be back up again. And now they're talking about a post-pandemic world. All right. So back onto the topic here. Simultaneously, worldwide economic activity is starting to sputter as surging virus cases in the U.S., Europe, and Southeast Asia have forced many local governments to reimpose strict public health orders, which could jeopardize the recovery in world trade for the back half of 2020. All right. So world food prices have gone up for 3 consecutive months throughout the summer. So as food prices go up, unbeknownst, the farmers have been dumping food because they have no way to get. That's one of the things of going up. Why food prices are going up. Factory employees are not going to sleep, are not going back to work, and farmers are not dumping their food because they have nobody to take it and get it to market. All right, that's some of the things they won't tell you in the media. Okay. But this is some of the research we have done in this channel. But that's some of the reasons why, family. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to this next story. All right. And this is a big one here. This has been going on for quite a long time, but it's just not being brought up here on the alternative media channels. All right. China moves away from U.S. dollar ahead of digital yuan. That means China's been dumping U.S. treasuries. Okay. All right. This is another story from ZeroHedge.com. Okay. All right, China is reducing exposure to U.S. dollar amid fears of massive inflation. The country has sold over $109 billion worth of U.S. bonds in the first half of 2020. Its upcoming digital yuan is a contender to the U.S. dollar long-held global dominance. All right, China is likely to reduce its holdings of U.S. Treasury bonds to just under $800 billion from the current level of $1 trillion, according to news outlet Global Times. Okay, a major reason for the reduction in exposure is record amount of U.S. dollar being printed by the country's Federal Reserve, leading to a fears among investors and central banks of imminent inflation. All right. Another is U.S. President Donald Trump repeated attacks on the Chinese administration for the report said. Currently, China is the world's second largest holder of U.S. debt and has been reducing its holding of U.S. bonds in recent years. In the first half of 2020 alone, China sold an estimated $106 billion worth of U.S. bonds, a 3.4% decline compared to 2019. All right. Ji Zhuang, a professor at the Shanghai University of China, also cited as saying that China is on track to reduce its holding of U.S. bonds from $1 trillion to $800 billion. But he added China might sell all of its U.S. bonds in extreme case like a military conflict. Okay? All right. So we got that one. What's a little bit known now that's popping up, the Chinese have been selling U.S. Treasury. They've been selling U.S. debt. All right, this is what they're getting. This is what they've been finalizing the Belt and Road project, or the One Belt One Road project. All right, read about that one. It has trillions of dollars in trade. Deals and projects have been finished. Deals have been paid for. Supplies have been bought, and like I said, the deals, if the projects already been built, projects are new, have been started, coming, and projects have been finished, they're coming online, and other projects have been started. Okay, this is what they've been selling U.S. Treasuries for. It says the U.S. Treasuries are considered AAA pristine status. The U.S. can't go behind them and say, "Why are you selling U.S. Treasuries?" All right. So we go ahead with this final story here. All right. COMEX. All right, COMEX silver in September. Okay, this is from silverdoctors.com. Okay, we're getting this story from silverdoctors.com. All right, COMEX silver in September. All right, as monthly delivery in September nears COMEX silver, let's take a look at where we stand here and review again what it all means. All right. All right, switch down to the topic a little bit more. As you likely know, since the CME Group opened a Pandora's box in late March, delivering demands for COMEX gold have exploded to all-time records. Since time immemorial, the volume of deliveries for gold off of the COMEX has averaged below 10,000 contracts a month for less than 100,000 ounces. All right. Sorry about that. All right. All right. So we switch down here. What should you catch your eye are the three bars on the right hand of the chart, which shows the total deliveries for the most recent months. Delivery months of April, June, and August, specifically those months total. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn this camera right here. We'll hopefully get this in full view right here. All right. So we look at that here. All right, these are the months that they're talking about. COMEX warehouse and gold deliveries. All right, then we'll switch down here. All right, we'll see in in April, contracts 31,666 delivered for 166,000 ounces. All right, June 55,102 contracts for 5,510,200 ounces, and in August they skipped July. August was 48,785 contracts for a delivery of 4,878,500 ounces. All right. So, we'll continue down. Those 3 months alone totaled 13,555,200 ounces for about 222 metric tons. This is a lot. It certainly is, especially when you realize that the COMEX delivered more gold just over the past 3 delivery months than it did in the entire 3-year period ending from 2016 to 2019. All right. Now there's something else down here in this down what we read about. All right. The COMEX has now, we've just learned about the COMEX has also expanded the amount of refineries. They went from way under 100 refineries that said they could deliver precious metals to COMEX to now over 140 different types of refineries. 140 plus refineries. Okay, so the number's higher. All right, that means that there's something going on in the precious metals world. The price in the U.S. dollars does not reflect the demand. Demand is through the roof. You can barely call somebody. You can barely call any of the bullion dealers and get the big chunks of silver delivered to you. Okay, or precious metals, gold, silver, anything. All right. So if they went ahead and said that it's okay for this many refiners to deliver to the COMEX versus in the past, that means they're looking for anything. They're not calling any and everybody to go ahead and send them some precious metals. Okay. And some people be aware, look out for tungsten laced metals. Okay, that is lead bars, actually covered in gold or silver, or any type of other precious metal. All right, so that has sparked fears in the market as well too. Okay, all right. So once again, thank you for joining us at another edition of Economic News. All right, be easy, family. I hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend. Take care of each other. All right. Once again, take care of each other always. All right. Please take care of each other. Take care of your families. Take care of your kids. All right. All right. Thank you for joining us in another edition of Economic News. All right. Let's get it started.